Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Farmer Contractor series here on Greenlands Farm. In today's episode, we are wrapping up from harvest there. We're getting ready for a lot of contracts, and we've spent over £300,000 on one piece of equipment. What it is, you have to wait and see. Let's go. Hello and welcome to the inside of my brand new Hilux pickup truck there. This is not the big piece of equipment that I was talking about. We are going to get onto that very soon, but I did need a new truck to drive around in. So this is it really. Been looking at them for a while, and yeah, very happy with this indeed. But we're just coming down to the production depot because we've got a little bit of work to do here, sorting out a few things, tidying up a few bits and pieces. So we're going to get on with that right about now. It has been a very busy few days. We've been able to finish off a few baling contracts there. We're starting to see a lot more of the cultivation work coming in, which is fine. We're ready to go on that front. But what we need to do here today is kind of sort out what's going on through here. Now, I've always mentioned and maintained that, you know, there's a little bit more landscape work that we need to do here, and we will get onto that. That's absolutely fine. But we just need to figure out what we're going to do with everything else first. So, first thing we're going to do, we have an awful lot of strawberries. We have an awful lot of flour over the road as well, over at the grain mill, which is just over that way. We need to get some of that over to our bakery so they can start to work their magic there. So there's a lot of to and fro that we're going to have to do here. I am looking at maybe getting a small trailer to go in the back of here. I definitely want a small fuel bowser so that when we are away at different gigs there, we can, you know, when we're doing different contracts, we can figure all that out nice and quickly, without having to bring tractors back to the yard necessarily overnight and that kind of thing. But we'll worry about that one as and when we can. What we do need to do is just drop this off about here. We'll pick up the forks. We'll get some of these pallets moved around. I think what we're going to do, and if we can, I don't really know how this is going to work yet. We need to go over to the grain mill at some point as well. Not quite sure how much flour is awaiting us there, but we've certainly got a lot of everything else. And the main thing I really want to focus on is trying to get this little yard leveled out a touch where we can. I think that's going to be quite important to do. We're doing very well for money. Like I say, a lot of contracts coming in of late there, so we're able to really capitalize on those and make a good amount of income. We're starting to really get ahead of the repayments on all of our fleet and be in a position that we're making a lot of money. So I like that a lot. The income generated from this production yard is really going to start to help out as well. No doubt we'll start to really see that kick in as we progress. Let's just drop you here. We do need to get a little bit of grain over here though for those hens. Give them any chance. And off we go. Let's get ourselves into here. Perfect stuff. This is a little bit narrow. Not too much thought went into this, let me tell you. But we will see how we can get this done. We can get these all shifted out here, and then we will get ourselves away to the grain mill. Alright, so for the most part, that's everything done here. The bees are busy working away there. Hens, like I say, we need to get them some grain pretty soon, actually. And I might get that trailer shifted soon so we can just reduce the level of this floor down so it's all one level. That's going to make everything significantly better indeed. But now though, we're going to take our little truck for a bit of a ride. Let's get into, where is my high gear here? There you go. And off we go. This doesn't have too many uses at the moment. It's a handy little thing, but yeah, not too much going on with it. But we will use it where we can. And we're just going to head, well, not too far at all actually, which is exactly why we have this. Coming that way. Ooh, Lord, that was close. Next up on the list of landscaping work to do as well is going to be in here in the grounds for the bakery. Just make sure that that is looking a little bit more attractive to them, pleasing to the eye. But we will come around here. And I believe we should be able to stop this about here. Is that right? Just needed to be tipped on the floor there. Look how strong I am. Wonderful stuff. We're also, like I said, we're going to get a few other bits and pieces there as well. Now, aside from the new truck, and obviously we've just signed off on something pretty major as well. It's currently sitting in the yard there. We're going to go and have a blast on that very shortly. We have also bought a new rake as well, actually. Getting a few bits and pieces tied up for machinery. Now, we might have a little bit of third cut silage left to do, but we're not going to see too much else. That being said, it was just too good of a deal, really. We were we were leasing a rake from a local dealer to see us through this season, and to be honest, it was an immaculate deal, a very, very impressive deal, actually. So we couldn't really turn it down. Good lord, there's a lot of flour here. Alrighty, is there ever? So what we've decided to do in the end there is actually just buy a new one, stump up for it now, and it'll pay dividends in the future there. So we will have a look at that. Beautiful day here today. It is a Sunday here at time of recording, so the guys are taking a day off today because we've got a few contracts lined up for tomorrow. Nothing that we have to do pressingly today, and after a busy harvest season, we've given the team a bit of a day off there, and some of them were off yesterday as well, so they're going to get a bit of a surprise when they come back into the yard on Monday. Like I said, what we're going to do is take a bit of advantage of this time off that we have, or this slower day. Get a little bit of work done on our own fields there. We've got a bit of straw out still in the fields. That's not taking any harm at the moment. The hay's all under cover and looking good. And yeah, we can hopefully look to add on a bit more. Maybe a bit more grass. We might get another cut done. But for the most part there, I would imagine it's going to be just the last little bit of silage where possible. Can't really see what's happening at the very front there, but I assume we're looking good. Now we're going to get bread and maybe looking to some cakes coming from here as well, just to make the most of this this money or this flour that we can. We put about 18 ton all in, I think. Come on, off you come. There you are. I think there's room for one more there. Wonderful stuff. Yep. Oh lord, it's filling up quickly. Heavens. Alright, we might leave this here and bring a trailer back. But the good news is everything is very close to each other in close proximity, so we don't need to worry too much about where everything's going to come from or where it's going to go even. And that is all being handled quite handily. Let's put this into here then. Easy does it. We'll just give it a gentle tap. There you go. We'll take one more away as well. Lovely handy little nippy thing this though. I do like this an awful lot. We'll take that one away with us. So let me know if you're currently set up a farm in Greenlands, where you're working from and how it's coming along there. I do always like to hear everyone's success stories. Ooh, on the wrong side of the road, that would have ended that pretty horrendously. The fleet is growing very successfully, actually. The cattle are settled in there. We are going to spend a little bit of the money that we currently have in the account there on adding to the herd. I would love to see maybe another... there you go. All that flour's gone. I'd love to see perhaps another... ooh, I don't know, 10 or 20 cattle coming in. That would be really great. Let's just get this out of the way as well. Activate you. Thank you very much. Now at some point we have to put an order in for a little bit more of the add-ins that we need to make a good cake here, but we'll worry about that later. I'm going to switch you off. Okay, because we've got a few things to do today. So what we will do is get this driven over, get back into the truck, go take a drive up to the main yard there and see exactly what we've been doing. But boy, is it good. So as you can see, folks, that is still a fantastically good looking day out and about. It really is quite something. We have been, like I say, we've got quite a lot done. The combines in the shed now, I don't think we're going to see that coming out again this year, actually. We've got a few extra gigs around here ready to go, but we, you know, unless we see anything late coming in for any of the really late drilled spring crops, which I can't imagine we are going to, the phone hasn't rung yet. We're going to probably look to service that down soon and then leave it for another year, put it into the shed. It's done a good job for us though. We've got both everything done here and over at HB as well before we left, so it's looking pretty good, and I'm happy with how we've gone on with it. So as you can see, like I say, we have been busy. This is all of our hay that we've had so far. That's all in. There's a lot of straw, probably by the time we get it all in, nearly the same amount again actually to come on in. So we'll get that one done maybe tomorrow, I think, depending upon how we get on. with a few other bits and pieces there. The cattle, it's something that we want to have a look into now, actually, where we kind of think we need to go up to the other end to do that before we forget. But we're gonna get some. Maybe I think we're gonna go for some calves so we can start to bring in some new younger stock here. That should be a great idea if we can. There you go. I want Holsteins again, so we're just gonna go up and add in another 20. There you go. Lovely, 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 and that's not too expensive actually. So we might just add in a couple of old ladies. There you go. Expensive investment, but totally worthwhile as well. We'll make that back very shortly. Goodbye, ladies. Gonna shut you in. Obviously all the tractors are in the yard at the moment there. This one does need to be washed down there. We'll get that one done. But it doesn't look anywhere near as clean as this guy. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we spent all, well, technically this was 350 thereabout £1,000 worth of Fendt. We are on hire purchase once again. The Massey 8S is gone. We traded it in really, but we sold it for a Fendt. Now the Fendt, this is a 936 Profi Vario. It's huge. It's going to be an absolute delight for us to have here on the farm there. It's probably in the region of about 50 horsepower more than the Massey was, but the main thing is it has that extra weight to it as well. So for some of the tasks we're going to stick it to, for example, it's going to be put onto the heavy 6-meter cultivating combination drill. And we've got some heavy cultivation that it needs to be doing as well. Chiefly, we've got that big cultivator around the corner there. So it's going to be assigned a lot of the heavier jobs there. It's probably going to be my tractor, I think. We may well stick it onto the butterfly mowers as well, just to have that extra little bit of power. But today we're going to try it out on the plow. Now, last night and this morning there, I was going through and replacing all of the metals on the plow. As you can see, they're all looking immaculate now. They were all worn down and in desperate need of that. So we're going to give this a go. It's an absolute gem of a machine. All I've had to do so far with it is drive it from the dealer to here, and boy oh boy was that something special. What we're going to do right now though is just start this up. Let's lift this back up as well. It's got the same, for the most part there, this is the same controls and dashboards as all the new Fendts have there, which means that anyone can kind of jump into it from the team and be able to drive it, which I think is always good to have. We are, like I say, roughly 360 horsepower in this thing, which will be more than enough for what we need. But yeah, very, very pleased to have this on board now. Now what we're going to do today, we didn't get a chance to spray off any of our grassland, so we're just going to plow it in, and also we didn't spray it off because cost of Roundup is extortionately expensive these days, so we're avoiding that where we can. We're just going to plow it straight in, and then just going to turn this over here because I want to squeeze through here. We're going to have to just fold it as well, and we're just going to put it into this road state there. Really, that's the ticket. Yeah, now that we have the fleet as I'd expect to have it, really, I don't see any changes coming in the future at all. Next things to add, and we're going to have a look at that actually before we go too much further. The rake in question is in here now. Obviously our baler needs a service. It's exactly the same as the Swatro TS970 there, just newer really. We got it on a good deal, couldn't really say no to it at the time, and yeah, that's going to replace the on hire version that we had. Really like these. Get some ground cleared in a heck of a hurry. Really impressive bit of equipment. So hopefully we'll be able to see that in a bit more usage soon. Like I said, I think we'll probably get a little bit of third cut silage to do, but we'll see. Anyway, onwards we go. We're gonna actually now, I think I made the decision that both of these fields are gonna get plowed over. We should have enough hay ground around the rest of the land to cope without it, so that's what we're gonna look into doing. What we need to do though is just take that back out, and we'll go through. Probably look to get these two finished today, and then we can get the drill in as well. We've got our 2 fields of straw to clear over there, over the hedges here, and then there's also a field of maize ahead, which I still haven't quite decided what we're going to do. Might see if we can sell it off to the biogas plant, but that's a bit of a stretch. We'll have to see. Through we... Ooh, that was close. Let's just get you folded up there again. I spent ages putting all in a lot of metal on that new money. I don't want to ding it all up again, that's for sure. And we'll look to get the GPS line going for here as well, and we should be good to go, really. I don't foresee this having any problem. I'm quite looking forward to seeing how this sounds actually, and hopefully it just pairs along. Now we'll leave a little bit of a track so we can get through to here. All right. Just like that, I think we are flying. Seems to be burying everything quite nicely there. No trash coming through, which is always good to see. A lot of stones though, so we might have to look into that. Got the rollers that we can bring out if we need to, but hopefully it doesn't involve too much rock picking. We do have that little 3-point linkage mount that we can stick on the front though, so if it gets too bad, we might look to do that as well. All right, let's just lift up. And then we will get ourselves done. We'll have a look at this in a little bit more detail once we get this corner all sorted out, and then we can make sure that we're looking good. But yeah, this thing just bullies the plow really. Doesn't notice it's on the back there at all, which you'd much expect really for the size of it. All right, so we'll get into that corner again in a moment, clear that up. But so far we are looking like all 7 furrows are working nicely. We're just going to square this edge off as well, give ourselves a nice little bit of a working width here, and we should be good. Tractor's pulling along effortlessly really. 7 furrows, we are idling along here at 12 and a bit kilometers an hour without any question. We will square this end all up and we should be looking good really. But for the most part we're all set up, and it's looking like it's going to be a good little Sunday afternoon of plowing here for me, and we shall see. But yeah, we're just going to get a few proper pulls done down this corner. Let's get this rough edge squared up here where we can, and it'll be all good. Like I say, it's this ground here I'm finding out is quite light actually. It's pretty much boys ground for the most part. Yes, there's a few stones in, but we'll get those all lined out where we can. But yeah, we can hope to get this all covered up very soon as well. So the future is looking good for this land here, that's for sure. Let me just get this all buttoned up here. I think that will be as far as we go, so we have a little bit of a track down there. Okay, let's just have a bit of a look. And there she is, really, the 936, the new pride of the fleet. Absolutely staggering. Busy day ahead of us. Like I say, we're going to crack on there. You'll probably see more of us next week as well. I hope you have enjoyed this one though. For now, I have been SFTN. This has been the Farmer Contractor series here over on Greenlands Farm, and we shall see you in the next one. Till then, do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll catch you later.